This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That was me having a little bit of a stab at the Richie Sambora solo from Bon Jovi's Wanted, Dead or Alive. Of course, from the gazillion-selling Slippery When Wet album. I remember, was it 1986 when that album came out? I was 19 years old. And I remember kind of thinking, yeah, some of these tunes are quite catchy, but the album didn't really grab me in a big way. I just found it a little bit too kind of, I don't know, poppy. You know, it just had, it was too commercial sounding for my tastes at the time. But then I heard Wanted, Dead or Alive, and I thought, oh, hello, yes. This track's got something about it. And apparently, I remember reading an interview with, what's he called, Steve Tyler. Or was it Joe Perry? Or was it both of them? The lads out of Aerosmith, basically. And apparently they when they first heard that track, kind of looked at each other and thought, yeah, okay, there's something good going on here. And I've got to admit, I'm still not the world's biggest Bon Jovi fan, but I am a huge fan of Richie Sambora's playing. I just find he can do the whole kind of shredding thing, but he's got his roots firmly planted in the soil of classic blues rock and, kind of classic rock and all that sort of stuff. All the kind of bands I listen to, basically, which I find, when you kind of have that sort of grounding and a good shreddy technique, it's a very attractive combination, which is why I thought I'd do this solo today. You've heard me have a go at the solo. Let's have a look at what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay, so starting as always with what the solo is played over. This is the chord sequence. We start with D. Then go to a C, or C add 9, to a G, then that little change again. Then we go to an F, to a C over E, and then back to D major again. So you put that all together and you get this. Twice through that little 4-bar sequence gives you the 8 bars that the solo is played over. So what does he play over this? Well, D minor pentatonic for the most part. Why D minor over a chord sequence which is predominantly focusing on a D major chord? Because D minor pentatonic over a D major tonality will give you quite a bluesy, kind of gritty, kind of rock sort of sound. And obviously that D minor pentatonic will fit that F chord beautifully because D minor pentatonic is the same thing as F major pentatonic. So we start down this end of the neck here, playing some little riffy kind of bits, riffy kind of licky kind of bits out of the bottom end of pattern 3 of D minor pentatonic, which looks like this. This is the first kind of bunch of licks. Like that. And throughout the solo there are various places where he just kind of grinds into the string with his thumb and pulls out a few pinched harmonics. I just kind of went for the overall feel and just what came out came out. I suspect if you find a live recording of this solo, the pinched harmonics will be different in different parts of the solo. It's just more of a kind of thing where you just dig in and see what happens. After that little bunch of licks down there, we're up to this part of the scale up here, D minor pentatonic pattern 2 up at the 13th fret. Like this, where we add in one extra note, this E note, which is going to crop up later on in the solo as well, actually, in a lower octave, for this little lick here. You can either pick it or use hammer-ons. It's not really, kind of crucial how you play it. Whatever's comfortable, basically. Then that big bend there from the G to the A. And then we're back down to where we started again with this little lick. So again, just utilising, making use of the open D string there as part of that D minor pentatonic lick. For the next bunch of licks, again, we've got kind of a lot of pinched harmonics in here. As I say, just dig in, and what comes out, really. We've got this this part lick here. I'm just looking at the tab here just to remind myself. So. And then that little lick there, just notice how we're using that open D string there as part of that pull off. Then we're up to pattern 1. Most solos tend to start in pattern 1 or around pattern 1 of whatever pentatonic is the appropriate one, but this one doesn't get there till bar 7 of an 8-bar solo. So we've got that little lick there, kind of, coming out of that. And then we finish off with this little phrase here. And there's that E note cropping up again. And that's the conclusion of the solo. The vocals come back in the next bar where we're going to a C chord. So that's it. Nice little solo using D minor pentatonic in a bluesy way in a song that you wouldn't necessarily think of as being a particularly bluesy song. But, it just goes to show that these blues licks get everywhere. So there you go. Now you know what's going on. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab for the solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and a jam track to play along with yourself and that explanation you've just seen there. All of that is up on my Patreon page. You can see the address on screen and the link is in the description. As I'm sure you know by now if you're a regular viewer, $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are also linked down there in the description. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like while you're at it? Don't forget, as always, the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk about music and guitars and whatever else crops up. A fantastic way to kick off the weekend. I hope you'll agree, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.